All right, well, everybody, it's Saturday night, and I knew better than to name this Saturday Night Live stream this time. So, pretty slow night around here. Uh, Not much going on, so I figure with some downtime, we can do a discussion. Just like last time, we'll see if YouTube notifications go out, see if people join in. And this is just an open discussion. We don't have to strictly talk have and have nots. This can be anything that occurred this week, news, music, the wildfires, the voting, everything. And yes, Greenleaf videos were recorded today. I haven't edited yet. So doing well. Just a very frigid day. Baltimore, what's up? Do you think Veronica will wake up with amnesia? That would be awesome, but I doubt it. Hey, Amelia. And guys, like I said, if you're just tuning in, hope everybody's having a wonderful Saturday or wonderful weekend. All right, you got the notification. That's great. And like I said, this is an open discussion. We can talk about anything and everything. It doesn't have to be Trinidad. It doesn't have to be have and have nots. Nevada. So we got the West Coast. Man. And definitely prayers for everybody affected by those fires. It's like every time I get online, there's like video and photos of how bad it's gotten over there. So I know those are in California. If I'm not mistaken, were there some fires in Florida, in Tampa? Benny and Veronica are alive. Did Jeffrey ever react to his child dying? No. Remember when I went to Sheetz, I got me a 6-inch sub and a bag of fries. I haven't even watched the first Creed, so didn't like how Tyler edited and written the finale at all. Yeah, a lot of people have been telling me they did not like the finale. Here's my thoughts on that. I don't know about an app. Yeah, like I spent 1 or 2 days on the podcast. It's not finished yet. And once everything is fine-tuned, I'll let you know. Oh, yeah, a lot of people are watching football right now. Oh, Baton Rouge, LA, what's up? It's on Creed 1 now? Yeah. So basically, you know, today has been a recording day. I did about half a dozen videos. Listing stuff on eBay. eBay sent me an email. I can list up to 500 stuff for free, so I've been doing that. Everything on the show doesn't have an end. Yeah, look, here's my thing, guys. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, yeah. Jamaica, how's it going? Oh, yeah, the finale. Basically, remember, Season 5 was supposed to be 44 episodes, but they cut it at episode 33. So when I think about it, Exhausted was not the original finale. So even though it did answer some questions, it didn't answer other questions. So when it comes to the episode that we got on Tuesday, and I'm pointing at the calendar here, it wasn't technically the finale. That's why I didn't go in there with high expectations, especially when the episode of The Committee was so bad. And I don't know the exact day that the show's supposed to come back in January. I think it's supposed to be like January the 8th or 9th. Let me check the calendar real quick. Same information as before. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are telling me the same thing. I mean, not to mock the fans, but the fans have been repetitive with the complaints, just like the show has been repetitive with the dialogue. If Loving You Is Wrong returns January 9th, do you have a source for that? I mean, I would think it would come back on the 8th, and then if Loving You Is Wrong comes back on the 9th, that would make sense, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, I did a video about the whole thing about if David is Jeffrey's father. It's really a matter of, was Veronica lying? I did a detailed video that's coming out too, so be on the lookout. Whew, man, I mean, we got over 130 people. That's great. So I see, you know, a lot of numbers. So I'm assuming we got some first timers here. So if it's your first time on the live stream, pretty laid back. Sometimes I do it from my computer. Then I have my chat section up. Other times I do it from my iPod like I am now. I don't have to hook up a bunch of wires. I just turn on the camera and we can talk. Sometimes it's have and have not focus. Other times it's everything. But I will be doing another Madea video. But let me just say up front, I think that, I'll answer that question, my favorite TV shows. I think Tyler Perry might be pulling one over on us in regards to Madea. I've done plenty of videos talking about how the show could go on without Veronica. Personally, I wouldn't mind if he killed her off. I haven't been a huge Madea fan in quite some time. Gail Miles, welcome to the live stream. Yeah, I'm actually going to do a video about that, comparing like Greenleaf to the haves and the have-nots. Not necessarily which one is better, but which one is overall the better show. I have to say that Greenleaf has stronger writing, but I feel like the haves and the have-nots has better characters. Karen, wow, thank you for the $20 donation. Appreciate that. Brian Shaw, well, welcome. It's your first time here. Oh, Brittany, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And I was actually thinking about it today. I'm actually glad the show's off the air for a little bit and I can do videos about other topics. I have not, I'm going to be honest here. I'm not looking forward to the Grinch film because he doesn't have a deep voice. I'm used to the Grinch being like Christmas. Oh, wait. Having a deeper, more menacing voice. What's his name? Cumberpatch? Doctor Strange. His voice doesn't seem compelling to me when it comes to the Grinch. Wow. Barbara, awesome. First time. And yeah, I was talking about Madea. Madea. Basically, if you read comic books, you know how they killed off Superman, and that created a huge amount of money for DC Comics. Then they talked about the return to Superman with a bunch of other variations, and then they eventually brought him back. I will admit, I think Tyler Perry is legitimately going to get rid of Madea, but with the fans being so supportive of the character, I could see Madea being brought back. We are living in the age of reboots. How do we know? Yeah, I saw Nobody's Fool last Friday. I did a video for it and everything, and I am doing a follow-up video because the movie was technically a flop. I think that, yeah, Jamar, what I was about to say, I think that Tyler Perry himself might be done with Madea, but that doesn't mean Madea can't come back. We might see a new actor or actress portraying Madea. We might see more animated cartoons. I know there was the one, Madea's... I got the DVD. I have never watched it, though. It was the Madea something. No. When I say Nobody's Fool was a flop, I'm talking about the box office. I'm not talking about how I liked it. I personally thought it was enjoyable, but it wasn't the perfect film. I believe that it made $14 million when it cost $19 million to make. Let me double check. Yeah, I'm looking up the numbers right now. Oh, okay. It actually, at this moment, is 19.8 million. So it's a little over budget. So it has made the money back. Barely. But like I said, excuse me, I'm talking about it was a flop during opening weekend. Not now, but opening weekend. Oh, yeah, when Justin had landed by the throat, he was like, oh, God. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I didn't like Tiffany Haddish with the whiny voice, therefore I won't go see it. Terry, I would recommend seeing it once. I did get some good laughs. Yeah, the animated Medea film with the community center. I bought it when it was in the $5 bin because I wasn't going to buy like a 15 or 20 buck like hour or 45-minute animated film. I wasn't doing that. Remember, Tyler Perry's on Viacom, so he could do Nickelodeon Comedy Central. So he's probably going to be working on animated stuff. Who knows? Derek B. Jeffries' dad, possibly. Trust and believe I actually recorded another. I think I'm going to title the video, "Was Veronica Lying to Jeffrey?" That video covers Veronica possibly lying to Jeffrey about David not being his father. Then I talk about who his father could possibly be. I cover all that in one video as opposed to slicing it up into 6. I didn't feel like doing that. And I didn't want to have everybody like watch a bunch of videos when I could condense it into one. That's how I thought. Okay, here's my thing. And this kind of goes back to the Cat Williams, Tiffany Haddish, Kevin Hart beef a couple months ago. Oh yeah, I see the chat. Let me just talk Tiffany Haddish real quick. I actually enjoyed her in this movie more so in the second part. During the first half, I feel like Tiffany Haddish was overbearing because it was the same loud, ratchet, ghetto character I've seen her in every other performance. The problem was her jokes just kept coming one after another. They had to be sexual. Why? Not everything out of your mouth has to be related to sex. You get it. Like her with the Catfish guys, the guys from Catfish, I did laugh a little bit, but then it just felt like that joke was being dragged on for too long. Tyler Perry has a way of taking a good joke that could be 30 seconds long if done right, and then try to stretch it out over 15 minutes. That is the problem. That's why I stopped watching The Pains. If you are new to my channel, if you watch The Pains, don't expect any reviews. Because I watched like the first maybe 18 episodes or so. I got an entire playlist full of all my episode reviews. And the further you go into the playlist, the more agitated I am when I talk about the episodes. Tyler Perry does like one little joke, which is funny, but then he tries to take it and then stretch it over an entire episode, and it's not funny. So last night at The Pains, they spent the whole episode at the laundromat. I mean, on The Pains, you know, when I stopped watching, you got the laundromat, the church, and Curtis and Ella's house. So that's like the front of the house, the backyard, the kitchen, the living room, and then upstairs in the bedrooms. And as far as I remember, those were the only locations. So when Tyler Perry stated that Nobody's Fool was shot and filmed in 10 days, I was concerned. Because I know Tyler Perry is good for, you know, cranking out stuff fast. But just because you have the resources to pump out movies and stuff fast doesn't mean it's good. There were some transitional scenes in the movie I thought were done poorly. Some things that were skipped over, a lack of character development. Yeah, I know some people who watch The Pains quit watching after like the 4th or 5th episode. I tried my best to support the show. I tried it. But those 20-minute episodes, no. It's like the first 7 minutes are useless. Yeah, a lot of people say the same thing. If he would have kept the cast from House of Pain, it would have been better. This new cast doesn't have chemistry. No. I hope Charles is playing Candace. Yeah. I don't know. Derek and Charles seem to be too good to be true. Man, it really is. It really is. I hope they are who they say they are, but we know Derek has a past. What we don't know is that we don't know anything about Charles. Yeah, I've never watched the Barack Michelle movie that Tinka played in. I need a Pains movie to end this mess. No, they don't need a movie. They need to go. They need to just straight up go. Like The Pains. I hope when he moves over to Viacom, that show goes away. Like, don't put it on. You know what will piss me off? If he puts The Pains on DVD, but he doesn't put If Loving You Is Wrong on the haves and the have-nots. Like, I don't care what anybody says. I will rewatch the hell out of If Loving You Is Wrong. If it was on Netflix, if it was on DVD, I would go back to episode 1 and watch it all the way through. No problem. I would do it. But the Pains, no. No. Yeah, well, Descendants 3 is done. They finished filming a couple months ago. She's on Black Lightning. You think Veronica coming back for more drama? You know she is. You know she is. Yeah, Veronica was laying like, and it looked like she was smiling somewhat at Jeffrey. It's not that Tyler Perry's losing his creativity. It's the fact that he has way too much on his plate, you know? Here's an example. I mean, I'm just going to take a stack of Pokemon cards. Now, of course, I bought a few packs over the past week. I already pulled the holographics and rares. These are just like basic cards for my example. So hold on with me. Okay, Tyler Perry started off David voice. You want me to do David voice? Let me give you the history of what Tyler Perry did. Tyler Perry had a dream where he had his plays. He wanted to do a successful play. All right? And after years of struggling, he finally got the one that hit home, which turned into a movie, Diary of a Mad Black Woman. From there, he added a few more things to his plate. You got all the plays like Family Reunion, Class Reunion, Goes to Jail. Tyler Perry had a successful string of plays under his belt. From there, he got to take those plays to DVD, home video release. So Tyler Perry has a nice deck in his hands, all right? And then from there, he decided to add in House of Pain on WB, but then he decided to go to TBS. So you got a movie, a few plays, and a sitcom. Over time, he added Meet the Browns. Then he had a few more movies like Madea Family Reunion, Goes to Jail, I Can Do Bad All By Myself. And then he added on, and this is when things started to go down, for better or worse. When he did that, the quality of his shows started to decline, and so did his plays. So Tyler Perry's deck was getting too much to hold. So then he decided to go over to OWN when Oprah gave him the offer. So you got the haves and the have-nots, and you got Love Thy Neighbor. So pretty much it was a reboot. You got the haves and the have-nots, which was a more dramatic fashion of House of Pain. And you got Love Thy Neighbor, which was pretty much a takeoff Meet the Browns. So then you decided to add on If Loving You Is Wrong. Now, when that show first came out, it was pretty good. But the more he did those shows, the decrease of quality in the haves and the have-nots and Love Thy Neighbor. So then on top of that, he started doing even more movies. The Acrimonies, The Nobody's Fool, and everything else under his belt. So pretty much in a nutshell, with too many cards in his deck, Tyler Perry's doomed to fail. Like, all I'm saying is he definitely needs to get a team of writers. Now, look, it is very, very flattering when people tell me I should be hired on. And I mean, I would be honored just to even get invited for a tour of Tyler Perry Studios. Or even to be like a consultant, somebody to give my opinions on stuff. I mean, if he hires writers, would it be amazing? Look, I would fall out of my seat. But even if I'm not selected, I would love for him to get a team of writers, not just to get a team of writers, get people who know this show, get people who care about this show. Look, I am very impressed with Tyler Perry. His story of coming up from like a little less than nothing to where he is now, amazing. But the problem is, you need to learn how to just add on people. Look, I get it. If you were the one who birthed this from ground up, I understand it. You don't want to share the credit or the glory or whatever. I'm not saying that's how Tyler Perry is, but that's kind of what it looks like. When all you care about is ratings, but there's no quality, why would we watch it? That's all I'm saying. And just an example here, and I know I keep using cartoon examples because I still love them. I don't care. You look at today's time when I talk about reboots, Ben 10, Teen Titans Go, those kind of shows aren't that good. But guess what? I'm not the target audience. On top of that, if a show is making money and getting ratings, nobody gives a damn if the story is good. Like if you look at Teen Titans, it told a compelling story. Teen Titans Go is about fart jokes. But it does have some good songs though. So if you're making the money, he does love new talent. No. I'm not saying that he's not creating opportunity. I'm not pulling a no. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying when it comes to behind the camera, when it comes from, the people in the writer's room, if you look, you got all these shows, you're talking about doing the Madea farewell tour, new movies and everything. I think for the sake of the quality of, look, I wouldn't be sitting up here talking about this if a lot of people weren't already talking about it. Like, go on the comment section, any of my episode reviews, or even on Twitter and these Facebook groups. A lot of people are complaining. And I don't even call them complaints because they're legitimate gripes. The show's quality is not what it used to be. The storylines it's one thing to drag out a story, but another one to make a compelling story. Tell us why it's being dragged out. Like, it's kind of like, meeting a quota. It's like, oh, I need 20 episodes for this season. All right, let me just create a bunch of new characters and spread out storylines and not resolve storylines that I set up in season 1, season 2. Yeah, it's gotten boring. Look, Daryl, I want to say this right now. When If Loving You Is Wrong comes back, they better have a hell of a premiere. To make us wait almost a year for new episodes, that first episode better knock my socks off, and I'm not even wearing socks right now. Like I said, well, you know what? It's not the fact that he needs a vacation or something. He needs to lighten his load. I'm just saying, like, more people should be writing. But again, who am I to judge, okay? Look, this is my YouTube channel. I did this myself in terms of the editing, the recording, getting it set up, creating my other social media platforms. It's all me. Do I wish there were other people aboard? And you're gone from here, so bye. All I'm saying is this: when it comes down to it, you really need to hire people to keep up the quality, because it is amazing that Tyler Perry Studios is able to do so much stuff in terms of creating movies, TV shows. There are a bunch of other popular shows that come to Tyler Perry Studios for filming, like The Walking Dead, Wild 'N Out, just to name a couple. But the problem is, you got too much on your plate to do it yourself. So if you aren't going to take in new people to help you maintain the quality, then the haves and the have-nots could become like The Simpsons or something, or Family Guy, a show that's long since past its prime. Welcome to the soap world. No, see, look, there's the difference though. I watched 2 episodes of Dynasty and I was not a fan. I was not a fan. I was a little kid when I was born in 91, so like most of the good stuff from Dynasty, the original, had already come and gone, so. Yeah, and somebody trolled me on my Gap. I don't care. It's a Gap, so. Bobby Brown got a Gap. Yeah, look. I'm in a couple of groups for Queen Sugar and Greenleaf. Hell, even in yo, look, I'm a workaholic as well. I mean, I barely got $60 in the bank, not 600 million. But yeah, I mean, all I'm saying is it wouldn't be a bad thing to hire more people on. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, Tyler Perry already has a film recorded for Viacom. We don't know what the movie is. Yeah, if you love the new Dynasty, then that's cool. Oh yeah, going back to Tiffany Haddish, like when it comes down to it, it doesn't matter if I think she's funny or you think she's funny. At the end of the day, she has probably millions in the bank. I mean, there are musical acts out there who I think aren't even talented, but guess what? They're the ones on tours. They have albums. I don't. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Like I said, if Loving You is wrong, better have a hell of a strong opening. Yeah, Power, I heard, is a very good show. Tiffany is a female version of Robin Williams, just my opinion. Do you mean that in a good way or a bad way? Robin Williams, I don't like his stand-up, but I do like a good portion of his movies. Flubber. I was never a fan of Hook. I'm not saying it was bad, but yeah, she did get a new car from Tyler Perry. Oh, a good way, okay. Yeah, I feel like Tiffany Haddish is kind of like, yeah, Miss Doubtfire, yeah. I feel like Tiffany Haddish's candle is going to burn out sooner than later because I feel like she's going to get old fast in terms of her. I mean, there are a lot of people who still don't, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Yeah, like I said, like I'm not hating on Tiffany Haddish. Like I don't feel Kevin Hart makes me laugh like he used to. But guess what? He's still selling out arenas. He's going on world tours, meaning that there are people out there who do admire, do like his comedy. But guess what? I admire that man's work ethic. He's a king of social media, hits it in the gym, works on new projects all the time, creating opportunity. So I'm not going to sit here and hate on people. I'm just saying, like, I'm not as big of fans now as I was back then, but I do admire their work ethic. Like, I am not knocking them on that whatsoever. Tiffany Haddish is out here making moves, Kevin Hart, Tyler Perry. All I'm saying is the quality of their content doesn't seem as well back in the day when they were hungry. When they were first. If you watch the Bobby Brown story, it's kind of like what Tommy was telling Bobby. That's why your second album didn't do well. Like, don't be cruel. You're not as hungry as you were back then. So I'm not saying. I feel like you're just putting out content rather than putting out a content. It's more like they're doing They're just doing enough to get by, is what I think about it. But that's just me. That's just me. It's kind of like, people comparing Off the Wall to Thriller. Off the Wall had more soul, where Thriller felt more commercial. Looking back, that actually makes a lot of sense because it's all about crossover. So, whatever. I was actually thinking about that today. I think the New Edition story was better than the Bobby Brown story. Yeah, Kevin Hart has funny expressions, and he's far more quotable. Yeah, I feel like, yeah. Off the Wall was better and it's underrated. Well, yeah, Off the Wall is underrated. Look at what Thriller did. I believe Tiffany Haddish is going to be in an animated series on Netflix in the near future. Yeah, I agree. Tiffany Haddish is better in like an animated format or in like a recurring role instead of a main role. Yeah, man, get into the movie. Like, I remember at Liberty when they first brought the Cinematic Arts program. And when I say first brought, I mean first brought. Like, there were no cameras or anything. It was just a professor and a room. That was it. I went to screenwriting, so I have a little bit of experience. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I feel like, the fact that the name Tiffany Haddish is the it thing right now, posting that on a movie. Matter of fact, let me see how Night School did. I want to compare that. And excuse me, I haven't watched it. I feel like Nobody's Fool was a bit overhyped. I'm going to be honest here. Oh, hang on a second. I'm pulling up the numbers now. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh God, Night School had a budget of $29 million. It's already made $95.9 million, and I do believe it was the #1 movie where Nobody's Fool was not. I feel like look, I feel like Nobody's Fool is kind of proof that Tyler Perry kind of needs Madea. Was Acrimony a #1 movie? I forgot. So, yeah, I love redheads, man. Catherine, man. Oh, it wasn't? Okay. Like, I don't remember. I know Tyler Perry loves Acrimony to death. Like, he still talks about it. Acrimony was #2? Okay. Well, I mean, to be fair, oh yeah, Jay Farrell, he's one of my favorite impressionists. Yeah, I'd have watched Night School because it looked more appealing. Yeah, I feel like, Night School had more promotion. I just feel like Nobody's Fool is like shoved down our throats. I don't know. Catherine will find a way to reel Broderick in. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. What do you think about Widows? It looks intense. It does. Yeah, like I was saying before, I just wish that Tyler Perry would put more attention into the haves and the have-nots. I can understand why he doesn't because he has so much other stuff going on. But at the same time, it's just like this is the #1 show on OWN for a reason. But I feel like the haves and the have-nots has gotten to the point where fans like us who have been there since day one, even though it's not as good as it used to be, we still stick it out because we do. That's how I feel. Exactly. I talked with Broderick about that. I'm like, look, man, the only thing I wish we would have had was a scene between Broderick and Candace. We talk about how y'all have teamed up and y'all work together and stuff, but we don't know. Let's be real. Do you think Tyler Perry shows would have blast on regular nighttime or daytime TV? That is a very good question. That is a very good question. I want to be honest here. I want to say yes. If you look at the fact, Sister Act 3, look, I don't know. I honestly don't think we need it. But once again, we live in a day and age of reboots. Sister Mary Clarence was not a loudmouth like Tiffany Haddish. She had her sassy one-liners, but she didn't draw it out. I mean, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Tyler Perry ruined it. You know what the thing is? I don't even know if I can fault the actors. It's the direction. Because sometimes it's just like, we talk about Tiffany Haddish and whatnot, but Tyler Perry was the director. Tyler Perry was the one that did this film in 10 days. Tyler Perry could have told him to redo him. So, yeah, I don't know if it's mixed. I don't know if it's mixed with black. I don't know. Look, I mean, that's why his deal wasn't renewed with TBS because the ratings were down. And he refused to hire new writers like the staff suggested. Like the TV executives were like, hey, you need to hire more people, but he didn't. So I guess you could say look, let's be honest here. Let's just be honest. Why is the haves and the have-nots the #1 show on OWN? Because it's the best show the network has to offer. So if the haves and the have-nots was on BET where it had to face Hit the Floor, or on ABC where it's like Dancing with the Stars, or on another network when you got The Voice or something, or on the CW, I don't think it will work. I don't think it would. So the one thing I will say is this. If the show was on another network like BET where everybody has it, I think ratings would actually be up. I mean, when you think about it this way, look at how high the ratings are on a network like OWN, which everyone doesn't have. So then take it on a network everybody does. I feel like the ratings would be, I think Tyler Perry will be good for a couple seasons, But when it came down to him not hiring more writers, that would probably lead to everything going downhill. Jeffrey Owens, and he's a senator, and he's going to be in season 7. So we probably won't see him until the back half of 2019 or in 2020. Yeah, The Quad. My sister watched that show. I never watched For Better or Worse. I watched like 2 episodes. It wasn't for me. I don't watch Hit the Floor. I don't know who would win against Young or Restless, so I don't know. Yeah, man, I'm just like getting mentally prepared for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So I know it's in a couple of weeks, but you know. Landon is married to a female, a white female in real life. He just plays a gay character very well. Yeah, that has been circulated around, that it's mostly about not wanting to give a piece of the pie to more people. So that's why he's all doing it for himself. Which, look, if he was making quality stuff, then I wouldn't say a word, but I don't know. So it's like, you know that saying, never meet your heroes? It would suck to work for Tyler Perry, but then right before the show gets syndicated, that's when he fires me. Yeah, I would be crushed. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, he does play a gay character on Hit the Floor. Yeah, I never watched it, so. Yeah, I mean, not helping young writers, I agree. I mean, he's, you know, young actors, YouTube stars, but when it comes to people behind the scenes, we don't see much of them. But then again, I can't really say fully on. Jim got kicked off this week. No, I never watched House of Atlanta. But yeah, just to get like a consultant role, so to speak, that would be great. If the show maintained continuity, Tyler Perry doesn't feel like he needs to help. He said that he has a lot of ideas in his head. That is very accurate in terms of the ideas, but sometimes you need somebody to filter those ideas too. It's not about having somebody to tell you what you can and can't do, but it's about somebody to tell you if the idea is good or not. What are your predictions for the halves? I honestly don't have any at the moment. Like, I don't know how many episodes we're getting or anything. Loretta Devine, I think she's a bit too young. I could be wrong. He needs to hire a ghostwriter. I will be all over that. Call me Danny Phantom. I'm going ghost. As long as I get my paper, shoot. Does he have any recent plays? Not to my knowledge. I know the only play I know of him doing in the near future is the Madea farewell tour, and that's it. That's all I know. Yeah, Hannah's reaction to Charles and Candace. He says his characters speak to him. Well, I mean, yeah, that's a lot of writers say the same thing, and I believe that, but like I said, I just feel like you need people to filter. Because not every idea is a good idea. Trust and believe. I know that firsthand. I'm a YouTuber. Nobody tells me what to do. Sometimes videos are good. Sometimes videos are bad, you know? Thank you. Thank you. Do you think Tyler Perry hired writers in the past? I agree. Not to offend you, but Wyatt being almost assaulted should tell him not to. Yeah, I agree. I mean, as far as I know, there hasn't been an open door saying, hey, we're hiring. But I can see it. Look, if I had the #1 show on a network, would I hire new writers? Probably not, because it's the #1 show for a reason. Why? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But to be honest, okay. I feel like the haves and the have-nots is a busted clock. It's broken, but it still tells time. That's kind of like the haves and have-nots. Yeah, the directing, and man, like I said though, I look. No matter how much I talk about how bad the show is, I still love it. But the thing is, here's my big thing, and I want to make this clear on the channel. It's one thing to be a YouTuber, a blogger, whatever you want to call it, a critic, to get on here and just complain and rant about how crappy something is. But then it's another to offer up suggestions on how it could be done better. That's what I do. Even when I was blogging back in the day, I go ahead and I talk about how a storyline could have been written. I don't just sit up here and complain and rant. I talk about how it could be written differently. That's my biggest thing. So the one thing is, you know, that's why I'm able to talk freely, because I don't work for Tyler Perry. Is it because of my free speech that I haven't been hired yet? It possibly could have been. Everybody always asking a question and they always looking confused. Where did you say he was? I know he ain't. It's like, wait, can you do a top 5 Veronica moments? I feel like I've done a top 10 already, but yeah, I'll probably do it. Like I said, this is the off season, so I'll definitely be putting out more videos like that. Oh, no problem, Gail. It's like I said, you know, I try my best to answer questions. Like I said, I'm a fan like everyone else. I don't work for Tyler Perry or nothing. So the show is great. It's just, it has a lot of potential, but it's gotten to the point where it's way too unrealistic. And yes, I know it's a TV show. Oh yeah, this season definitely getting a top 5. Yeah, I hope RK doesn't die. I feel like he'll get written off though, but that's a good thing. He's doing other things too. Season finale is March 19th. Ooh, interesting. But like I said, I love this show. I'm going to continue watching it, but there are a lot of things that need to be improved and quick. And it's funny, I mean, no matter how many people talk about they quit the show is still number 1. I hope Benny's character changes. It better. Because his stick has gotten old very quickly. Hashtag have and have nots. Yeah. Oh man. All right. Well, guys, this was a good discussion. Shoot, what else is there to talk about? Change from alive to dead. Yeah, she was on the soap opera before. She's beautiful. Tinka Sumner is beautiful. Yeah, but yeah, anything else you want to talk about? Shoot. I'm glad she put him out. I don't really see the point of it though if she was moving out. The reviews on YouTube keep it going. Tweet that to Tyler Perry. Let him know. I think it's time for a new intro. Yeah. Greenleaf should be number 1. I'm not going to lie. In terms of writing and compelling story, Greenleaf has been better the past few episodes. Hannah's character change, I agree. Yep. Yeah, Jeffrey knows Melissa's dead. Yeah, I watched Greenleaf, but I'm not as well versed as the haves and have-nots. No, I don't watch Ready to Love. Oh yeah, I heard that the Connors, you know, Roseanne being killed off. I heard the Connors is suffering ratings-wise, and ABC wishes they didn't kill off Roseanne. Knee-jerk reaction. I'm not saying, not that I cared about the show anyway, but. Yeah, and it's like these killings happen and nobody's paying for their crime. It's really weird. I think Tyler Perry did the music himself, so. Oh, you know what? Let's talk about a positive thing. I love that Stephanie Mills showed up. That was a great surprise. I hope Maury's on there. Everybody hates Chris. It's one of those shows I don't watch anymore because I watched it. It came on way too much. Yeah, it's not that Tyler Perry needs to take a break from making movies or doing TV shows. He needs to just focus on one thing at a time, you know? Just because you can make 50 movies in a year doesn't mean you should. Make it a dream and offer Roseanne. Like I said, I honestly don't care. I didn't really watch the show anyway. Growing up, Roseanne, Married with Children, just to name a couple of the white shows. Like, I very disappointed none of my questions were answered, but I'm saying goodbye to the show for this. Are you talking about the show or the live stream? Yeah, David and Cora. Yeah, David, man. Yeah, that family, I think they had a TV show on TV1 too. Yeah, he got too much. And look, once again, I am the dude. The man has an incredible work ethic, but it's just like, just because you can pump out 50 episodes of 2 different shows and you can create 20 movies in a month, just make quality stuff. That's all I'm saying. But you know what? I'm not the one behind the camera. I'm not the one writing this stuff. He's the one with the millions of dollars. I'm living in an apartment. So, I watched the first 2 episodes of Love Is. Now, if you know this, if you've been on the channel long enough, I was excited for Love Is because I was like, you know what? This show looks pretty damn good. I'm going to jump on board when the ship sails. That way I'm able to bring in a lot of new viewers because I am talking about this show on a big YouTube channel when it comes out. But my first 2 videos got flagged for copyright for nothing. And I tried to contact, the Love Is team to get, permission to use it. Nobody contacted me back. They kept flagging my videos. So I'm like, you know what? F it. I'm not watching the show. So I have only watched the first 2 episodes. I have not watched any more. Every job I've worked, because I live in Virginia, is a 2-week paycheck. So, yeah. So yeah, sadly, I did not watch Love Is. Yeah, I watched the first 2 episodes and that was it. So, whatever. Yeah. And it's sad because there are channels that played. I went through the same thing when I first started doing have and have not videos. But luckily enough, I was able to get in contact with Tyler Perry Studios. We worked out a deal, not a contract, but they put me on like a special list of YouTubers to not flag my stuff. Yeah, you're right. On an episode of like Unsung or True Hollywood, we'll know why Tyler Perry does everything himself. Maybe there was behind the scenes stuff. I don't know. You're right, because we're hooked. That's why. That's why we still watch it. I did not watch Being Mary Jane. No. I know a lot of people ask me that kind of stuff. The fact that I'm so devoted to the haves and the have-nots, I can only watch so many drama series. This is one of those things like I wish I had a girlfriend because we could watch this kind of stuff together. I started This Is Us, but I stopped. It was too sad. Nope, nope, no. I don't want to go on a fields trip and there's nobody to ride with me, So, yeah. I mean, it would be very interesting to have a girlfriend that watched this show as well. Interesting. All American, no. And like, I'm a big superhero fan, but to be completely honest, I've cut it down to 2. Black Lightning and The Flash. Supergirl got way too political. Legends of Tomorrow got freaking ridiculous. Arrow is actually pretty good this season, but I don't watch it on the regular. So The Flash and Black Lightning are the only 2 shows I watch religiously. Black Lightning, I watch it every week. Flash, I let the episodes build up. Like I might watch 2 episodes at a time. Yeah, Daryl, he's right. That's the reason we're so freaking hooked. We can't get off it. Oh, yeah, I heard great things about Being Mary Jane. Deuce on HBO. Oh. Yeah, so just because I don't watch a show doesn't mean it's bad, unless it's the Pains. So, yeah, that's how I feel about it. Too Close to Home is gone. It got canceled after season 2 on TLC. My mom, How to Get Away with Murder. See, Black Lightning is great because it's not connected to the other shows. And you don't even have to be a big superhero fan to follow it. You can be an everyday person and watch it. The story's good. Yeah, the music on Black Lightning, the fact that they mix new school with old school, and they can pick the perfect music for a scene. Man, great stuff. And it's kind of like watching Tyler Perry in a way, because Jennifer was Jasmine on House of Pain. So that was kind of fun. But Jennifer is technically the reason everything got started. If she never went to that 100s party, yeah, I told you I didn't watch Love Is. I watched the first 2 episodes. Yeah, Too Close to Home was the first scripted series for TLC, but it didn't work out. Jim was behind it. Possibly. We'll have to wait and see. Phyllis, are you the one from the John Snyder Facebook group? I think I recognize your name. I could be wrong. No? Okay. Never mind. Must be another Phyllis. All right, well, guys, this was fun. Once again, it looks like we got a nice crowd. Expect new videos soon. And, yeah, I hope everybody has a great... Jennifer's suit is coming. I do know that. What's your favorite streaming service? I don't even have the Disney or DC one. Yeah, I'm proud of China McClain. She's done well for herself from a little kid to where she is now. And remember, she just turned, what, 20, 21 recently? So she has a bright career ahead of her. I hope she keeps her head on the shoulders, doesn't get mixed up in drugs and alcohol, all that crap. So who shot Benny? I've got 2 or 3 videos on that very subject. But guys, I hope everybody has a great weekend. Like I said, new videos are coming out soon. Check out my eBay. I'm listing more stuff every day. And I hope everybody has a great night. Hannah, the richest maid I know.